What in the world? Now I can cut that up. Greetings, fellow Earthlings. I hadn't really planned on doing another Be Kind today. I'm going to put this on both channels again. My second youngest child is someone who is very dear to my heart. He's sitting in the room. He's helping me on my van. We've got to install 2 of these. That's a donut gasket. The problem is we keep running into mishaps to get it done. If we can get it done, then we can put the cowl back on the truck, even though it backfires some, and we can adjust that later, but it'll be to where I can use the thing. I'm having issues. I think I had another stroke. And the reason I say that, I cannot close this side of my mouth, right side of my mouth, when I try to get a drink of water. It keeps sucking air through the corner of my lips. They don't close all the way, and I have no feeling in them. I've had several mini strokes. I've had one severe heart attack. And I'm not a spring chicken. I'm not getting any younger. And this is the charge for a manifold set that didn't fit. Let me tell you something. They're putting in an AutoZone in Sulphur. And they do that, O'Reilly's will get no more of my business. I bought a starter, a brand new starter. It wasn't any good. My 2 youngest sons, put that starter in and it goes like that. Should have had them check it before I ever had them put it on the truck. Took it back over there, they checked it, and it wasn't any good. So I bought a rebuilt one and paid cash, but had to take another starter to get the money back for a core charge. Had to pay them an extra core charge when I got the rebuilt one, even though it was a brand new one I turned in that cost a lot more than the other one. So they do things in a strange way, I guess is what I'm saying. The point of what this vlog, VLOG, is about today. I'm going to give you a little bit of a biblical reference, not biblical, Jewish reference. There is a society, sorry about mispronunciation, like I said, my mouth is not working properly. There is a society in Israel comprised of Jewish rabbis or rabbis It actually is pronounced Rabbi, not Rabbi, R-A-B-I, but Americans pronounce it Rabbi. And to get along with America, a lot of Jews that speak English pronounce it Rabbi, but it's Rabbi. It's not really a Jewish or a Yiddish word. It's Aramaic and it means teacher. And the Jews adapted it over into Hebrew. Now, getting back on course, they, ever since the first temple, Solomon's first temple, was built, they have consecrated it with the slaughter and burnt offering of a red heifer. Has to be a cow, has to be an unbred cow that hasn't had an offspring, that is pure red. That I think that is symbolic of maybe blood, I don't know, but red is a royal color in Jewish tradition. But anyway, they've only since the time of Solomon have only offered a red heifer, a pure red heifer, 9 times in all that time. 9 times. Now, this Society of Temple Preservation and Reconstruction, these Jewish rabbis, I don't know how many they are, they bought 4 flawless red heifers, and they got them from a ranch in Texas, and they've inspected them. They can't have any impurities. They can't have more than 2 white hairs or 1 black hair, not a combination of 2 white hairs and 1 black, but they have gone over these 4 heifers they bought last year in Texas with a fine-tooth comb. They're flawless. And this society is approaching Passover, and they want to go ahead and use a heifer as a burnt offering before Passover so they can begin construction of Solomon's temple. This will be the 3rd time the temple's been rebuilt. They still have a lot of the original material, folks, they do. I had a friend of mine ask me, well, that's where the Dome of the Rock, where the Muslims have their mosque, isn't it? Their edifice? No, it's not. It's on Temple Mount. They still have what they call the Wailing Wall, which is one wall of the original temple, and they're getting ready to go ahead and put a burnt offering out, and they've got all the materials gathered up. It's a simple construction, really. It won't take them long to rebuild the temple. What is the significance of that? It is significant inasmuch as we are looking at the very end time. It's biblical prophecy. You can look in the Old Testament, you can look in the New Testament. I'm not going to quote passage, I'm not going to quote book, chapter, and verse. I encourage you to start in Genesis and start reading and learn for yourself. What will happen when all this is done? Well, there's a book called Revelation in the New Testament. There's also the book of Daniel, the book of Isaiah, different books in the Bible, Old and New Testament, that cover end-time prophecy. My best friend Jerry Pletcher teaches a class on it Tuesday and Thursday nights. I do not attend. I don't have time to. I barely have time to go to church. And that sounds funny, but I am that busy. I've got that much on my plate. But I did make it to church yesterday. A friend of mine, a pastor from Arkansas, Johnny Brewster, wonderful man, gave the sermon, and it was excellent. And I didn't take my camera. I'm worn out, folks. I mean, I am worn out. I'm exhausted, no energy, having health issues, but I'm trusting in God, and He's keeping me stalwart and keeping me functioning. But the point of all this is this: we are in the very last days. You can believe that or not, but we are. And, you know, if you've got an easy life of it and there are no challenges, that means Satan's already got you. There is a devil, Lucifer, Satan, whatever you want to call him, and his fallen angels, and they're waging war on us right now spiritually, sometimes physically. I won't go into it in great detail, but my son Benjamin and I had an example of that this morning, literally. And it's a constant fight. It really is. So I'll tell you, like I told him, have faith in God. Trust that he's going to shield you, that he's going to surround you with protection, and know that he loves you. Let me tell you something. These things, you can only do so much with something like that. You know, and I'm going to tell you something. You try using something like that against a demon, it ain't going to help you. They can manifest as a physical being, but a firearm or anything else is not going to help you. You've got to have the full armor of God for protection. Now, I'm going to get off of here. I wanted to let you know this, and I felt compelled I needed to put this out today. Know this crippled, crazy old man loves you with everything I've got to love you with. I pray over this channel. I pray for you. I pray for everybody. And even though I'm physically infirmed and no longer strong physically, inside I'm very strong. And I have great love for you and everyone else, and I pray for all of us. Know that I love you. God bless you. And like that sign up there says, be kind. Bye.